The White House, March 1st, 2025. A date etched in diplomatic infamy. It was supposed to be a routine meeting. A chance for two leaders, united by a common enemy, to reaffirm their shared goals. US President Donald Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, two men with vastly different backgrounds, thrust together by the tides of war. One a brash businessman turned politician, the other a comedian turned wartime leader. The stakes were high. The world was watching. Zelensky, fresh off a whirlwind tour of allied nations, arrived in Washington seeking continued support for Ukraine's ongoing struggle against Russia. He carried with him the hopes of a nation fighting for its survival. Trump, on the other hand, seemed more interested in projecting an image of strength, of deal-making, of putting America first, regardless of the cost to its allies. This meeting, meant to be a symbol of solidarity, quickly descended into chaos. The meeting was tense from the start. Sources inside the room described a palpable frostiness between the two leaders. Trump, true to form, dominated the conversation. He boasted about his administration's contributions to the Ukrainian war effort. Zelensky, for his part, attempted to steer the conversation towards concrete commitments for future aid. Then it happened. The diplomatic facade crumbled. Trump, his voice rising in anger, accused Zelensky of being ungrateful for American support. He reportedly berated the Ukrainian president, claiming Zelensky was not interested in peace. Zelensky, visibly shaken but resolute, pushed back. He reminded Trump that it was Ukrainian blood being spilled, not American. The room fell silent. The meeting, already strained, was effectively over. Zelensky, his request for further aid unanswered, made an early exit from the White House. News of the disastrous meeting spread like wildfire. World leaders, many of whom had praised Zelensky for his wartime leadership, were quick to condemn Trump's behavior. New Zealand Prime Minister Christopher Luxon, a staunch supporter of Ukraine, reiterated his country's commitment to the Ukrainian people. He called for an immediate end to the Russian aggression, a sentiment echoed by many on the global stage. In the United States, the reaction was swift and brutal. Democrats and Republicans alike expressed outrage at Trump's treatment of Zelensky. House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries called the meeting appalling and an embarrassment to the United States. Even some within Trump's own party struggled to defend his actions, a sign of the former president's increasingly isolated position on the world stage. In the aftermath of the meeting, both Trump and Zelensky took to their preferred mediums to control the narrative. Trump predictably went on the offensive. In a series of posts on his social media platform Truth Social, he lashed out at Zelensky, accusing him of being not ready for peace and of disrespecting the United States. He claimed that he, Trump, was the true champion of peace, while Zelensky was more interested in prolonging the conflict for his own political gain. Zelensky, appearing on Fox News, offered a more measured response. He acknowledged the strain in the US-Ukraine relationship, but maintained that the bond between the two nations was bigger than just two presidents. He stressed the importance of continued American support for Ukraine, reminding viewers that his country was fighting not just for its own survival, but for the principles of democracy and freedom that America claims to hold dear. Adding to the diplomatic fallout, a natural resources agreement, touted by Trump in the weeks leading up to the meeting, was conspicuously absent from the post-meeting statements. A source within the White House confirmed to CNN that no such agreement had been reached, further fueling speculation that the meeting had achieved nothing but deepening the divide between the two leaders. The future of US-Ukraine relations, once a beacon of hope in a darkening world, now seemed as uncertain as the outcome of the war itself.